An Indian court has fiercely criticized Modi government's mishandling of pandemic by calling it no less than a genocide. Internationally, Modi's image has received a serious blow. Not a single day goes by when the shocking reality of government's mishandling of pandemic is exposed by foreign media. It is true that domestically, Modi government is growing unpopular within large sections of society. This has given a feeling among Modi's critics that this is the first and possibly the only golden chance to defeat Narendra Modi in the next Lok Sabha elections in 2024. Except for one thing, they are wrong. Modi's opponents shouldn't be overjoyed by government's failure or international criticism. There is every chance Modi would not only win the next national election but may even come back with a larger majority. Why do I say so? Logic and mathematics. Numbers tell a story. In 2019, India had a population of 1.3 billion. The registered voters were 900 million. In 2019, the voter turnout was 67.4%, which means a total of 600 million votes were cast. This breaks the first myth about Indian voting system, that it represents all sections of the society. In fact, just less than half of the population participated in the election. Out of 600 million votes, the BJP had the highest vote share of 37.6%, which amounts to 224 million votes. And that's all is required to win the national election. So, for a party to come to power in India, it doesn't need support of entire 1.3 billion people. You only need to convince 19% population to vote for you and you'll get more than 50% seats in the parliament. That's what gave rise to vote bank politics. At the moment, BJP is enjoying support of a solid and strong voting group, the Hindutva voting group. Hindutva voting group is the single largest voting group and holds the key to decide an election outcome. Out of 600 million votes cast in 2019, 63% vote did not go to Modi. Yet, it's Modi who formed the government because his Hindutva voting group is the highest among all with the 37% vote. The opposition's 63% vote is higher than Modi, but it's a fragmented vote with a collection of several voting groups where the largest group is Congress. After that, no party has even 5% voting share. So in an electoral race, BJP is first and sitting comfortably at 37%, and the second is Congress. The gap between them is so huge that even if BJP loses some vote, Congress would still be nowhere close to the BJP. The only way to defeat Modi government is if there emerges a group from 63% vote share which suppresses BJP's 37%. Is that possible? Let's find out. Narendra Modi, in the eyes of his hardcore Hindutva voters, may have proved to be someone who made mistakes in the pandemic, but they still do not doubt his sincerity. Despite taking no responsibility for this mess, there is no evidence to suggest that his image of a sincere leader has taken a dent. All BJP has to do is retain its 38% vote share. Plus, there is no alternative on horizon as a national leader to challenge Narendra Modi. We know that the BJP can be beaten in states, but is there a leader in the opposition whose popularity rivals Narendra Modi on a national level? All evidence suggests no. During UPA 2, when Manmohan Singh's popularity went down, Narendra Modi's popularity went up exponentially. This time, though Modi's popularity has slipped, there is no opposition leader that has seen a corresponding rise in his or her popularity. Even as the BJP slides, Congress does not appear to be the obvious alternative. Rahul Gandhi has been totally right about the pandemic, but his credibility is so low that no one appears to take him seriously. So, even those voters who are disillusioned with Narendra Modi are unwilling to take the Congress seriously as an alternative. Until that happens, Narendra Modi gets a free pass. And then a very important aspect, Narendra Modi's extraordinary ability to turn crisis into a political opportunity. As Prashant Kishore keeps warning, it is a mistake to underestimate Narendra Modi. For instance, according to some psephologists, the BJP won around 60 more seats at the last Lok Sabha elections on the basis of a last-minute surge of anti-Pakistan sentiment. 3 years is a long time. So here is the conclusion. A hardcore Hindutva voting group, absence of a popular alternative, and an unexpected incident that increases the nationalistic or religious temperature in the country in 2024 could well hand out another victory to Narendra Modi. Thank you.